Hello, Dr. P here. Welcome to our 39th episode of Synergy Tuesday. Yes, our 39th episode. In today's episode, we will discuss the three levels of leadership in terms from a synergistic perspective. How do a leader help his team, organization, group, whomever evolve, where synergy actually evolves. And again, so that's for a brief recap. On the first level, you got to think about in leadership. So you come into leadership, or you developing a team, or a team may be already in place, and you have a culture you're trying to establish. You have things you think that will allow you to be successful based on the vision you and your leadership team have developed. And in doing that, there's a transition to take the team to levels where synergy truly emerge. So at the first level, we talked about the behaviors of independence. Most individual team members coming to a team, an organization, group, whatever it may be, with their individual mindsets, their knowledge, their experience, their cultural beliefs, whatever it may be. And so you have all these moving parts. You have all of these pieces that you're now trying to assimilate to get to this point. So you got all these moving parts doing all of this stuff, and slowly you want that to slow down, and so they can start to come to a place and move together. And so that's what you're happening initially on that first level, at that first the first process of synergy, where you have independent mindsets. And again, everybody doing their own thing, moving, having their own experiences, knowledge, thing, to what they're doing is different. But you have to now be able to dial and have them come in and to believe, buy into your belief system, buy into your vision, buy into the plan as a leader you put in place. And so now you begin to have those individual mindset to slow down. And so they slow down, and now they stop. And so what begins to happen at that second level is they begin to share information. And so each team member becomes dependent of each to learn what each other knows. And so there's a level of dependency. And so the independence it's still there at some levels, but the dependency starts to emerge. That means there's places we are now being submissive. We are now beginning to listen to each other. We are beginning to trust at this level. And so when those behaviors begin to emerge, you now start to see some level of movement. You start to see different pieces coming together. It may be that piece, whatever, but you start to see different pieces. But there's still some roadblocks, but you may have a few pieces going together. But that's the process. You have to work through that and continue to have a plan in place. And what happens on that second level, that second segment of synergy truly emerging within the team, when you had roadblocks, you begin to be creative. Yes, you begin to be creative. So now some of those independent experiences and knowledge come into play, but there's still dependency to get each other through. Make sense? And so we have to begin to dial into it. So we now begin to, okay, we are a place of comfort. Now we're not moving like this anymore. We are standing still. We're paying attention. We are in one mind, one vision. We're beginning to become one mind, one vision, buying into that vision. And so there has to be high-level collaboration, and critical thinking and creative mindsets begin to help work through those processes. So now you're trying to refine that system, trying to put a good process in place. And as you do that, when trust emerges, collaboration has moved at a higher level, we're listening, where trust is even greater than it was before, we become interdependent. That's the third level, interdependency. Whereas now, that process is moving. Interdependency is where we work and trust with each other, and we have a system in place. So one know what A is doing, two know what 3 is doing, and so ever. So your system was moving. So now your system is working. And so now you have an interdependent mindset. Now they each know what each other is doing. That's not dependency. There's not independence. There's interdependence, meaning interaction, engagement. Process is working like a fine-oiled machine. And you have this process going. And this level, understanding is higher. So now you begin to examine You begin to analyze. Now you're at a higher level of operation, of reviewing, because now you know what you're looking at. You have a process in place, and you're gauged to a level that now the team is now truly optimizing. And at this point, it all comes down to how do you keep status level, how do you refine, how do you review, when you put quality process in place, procedures or whatever it may be, to help the team continue to synergize at a higher level. And that's, in a nutshell, my friends, that's the process of synergistic leadership in terms of levels. Of course, we'll go into miles and in depth and what those looks like at each level, but I wanted to give you or provide you with a quick overview, in essence. In accounting, we call it a balance sheet. That's a snapshot at what it looks like for Synergy to actually emerge within a team environment. We're looking forward to a lot of these concepts teaching you, learning in Synergy University that we are launching in this exciting time in our organization, in this environment. And so look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, you keep trotting and never give up on your pursuit of success. Bye-bye now.